I'm Dan Fitzpatrick at Stock Market Mentor. Every day we watch the same shows on CNBC, Fast Money, Mad Money, all the stuff during the day. And we want to use the ideas that we get on those shows to make some money in our own portfolios, okay? I mean, good ideas on TV are great. You got to put them in your portfolio to make some money. So you got to know how to make a trade on the ideas that you get. That's what these videos are for. 3 stocks I saw on TV. Let's try to make some money on Twitter, Valiant Pharmaceuticals, and Allergan today. Okay, first of all, Twitter. There's all chatting it up on CNBC today about them getting the live stream rights from the NFL for this year. Okay, that's great. So next year you can get Cam Newton doing the dab on your iPhone. Anyway, so what do we do with the stock? All right, the stock actually traded down today after a pretty good move yesterday. And so does that mean this is a bad thing? No. The company reports earnings pretty soon. And what I'm suggesting is I think you can buy this stock now. It just has to stay above the 50-day moving average, just a little bit here. You don't want to trade so precise. Oh, the 50-day moving average is at 16.96 and the stock closed 9 cents above there. Wow. Now, this thing can come down a little bit. It's no problem with that. But generally speaking, you want to see this staying around the 50-day moving average with an upside bias. And if the stock starts trading above today's intraday high, which is the highest it's been since early March, if it starts trading above this intraday high of 1783, I think it's on an earnings run, and you can go ahead and own that stock into earnings. Where it's going in response to earnings, hey, somebody knows, it just ain't me. But we have several weeks to hang on to the stock before they report. Okay, Valiant Pharmaceuticals. What are we going to do with this? Fast Money, they were talking about it on the desk today, and Karen Finerman kind of had the best analysis, which was, I don't know what the fundamentals are in this company. Like, there's so many things in a state of flux. They've got to file their 10K by April 29th. So that's several weeks from now too. The stock is going to kind of be in limbo here. And Adami said basically, look, this thing has a lot of headline risk and it's all bad headline risk. This is a stock that seriously, if you trade this stock and you make money, you got to admit it, you're lucky. You're not good. You're lucky. You may be managing your risk, and that's fine. You can make a case for doing whatever the heck you want to do with the stock, but you're really lucky. I would just suggest this. If you're buying this stock, know that $25 is where the bulls live. That's the last stand, last of the Mohicans. If the stock starts trading below that $25, you don't want to be long. Now, what about being short? Great. You want to predict the next leg down, you go ahead and do that. But the way the stock trades, from bottom to top here, this is a 60% move here on this. And then, you want to short this and you happen to get in at the bottom. Well, not that big a deal. 15% up to this top. But isn't that enough to shake you out? What I'm saying is this is a really volatile stock, and I think the way to make money on this is actually really, really easy. You get a coin and you say heads for long, tails for short, and you flip the coin, and that's your trade on Valiant Pharmaceuticals. Or you could just not trade at all, which would be my preference. Now, Allergan. Okay, so the government basically doesn't like it when companies leave. And so they've got a big issue with these inversions rules. And so Allergan and Pfizer, that deal, looks like it's probably not going to go through. If you are selling this stock now, frankly, I think you're too late. How many times have we seen this where some stock takes it in the shorts, buy the shorts on really, really bad news, and you look at it and you say like, oh my gosh, I got to get out of this stock. Well, the time to get out of it was before this big move down. This company still has value. It's just there's a whole different tax treatment. What is that value? Is that deal even going to go through or not? Seriously, nobody knows, but the market is kind of thinking it's not. And so we look at the weekly chart. I can't even, other than for a trade, we'll look at here on a trade. Okay, I can make a case for a trade. Here's what it is. As long as you respect this low, this, oh crap, I got to get out of here low of 226.43. And by the way, let's look at that. That's about what? For less than 5% below where the stock is now. If you put a stop below this level and say, my thesis for this, my hypothesis is, if this stock is going to bounce, and that's what I think it's going to do, it's definitely going to stay above this level. If it's not going to bounce, then guess what? I don't want to be long. So this is your ultimate stop, is down here. You buy the stock. You could even buy it on a move above Tuesday's intraday high, which is we'll call it 239. So you can buy the stock at 239, keep a stop right down there, and that's your trade, your short-term trade for Allergan with a defined risk. Now, long-term, seriously, you look at the weekly chart. I can't look at this in the long term as anything other than a stock to stay away from. It's just rolling over. You could say stock's going to go to 200, stock's going to go to 100. Who knows what it's going to fall down to, okay? It's a drug company, and the bulls are on drugs here. So I would stay away from this long term. Too many unknowns. Not a whole lot different than Valiant when it gets to the unknown category. Short term, I would not be shorting this stock. I would only look to trade it to the long side, and that's for a snapper. In other words, a snapback rally. So, all right, that's it for this segment of 3 stocks I saw on TV. I want you to check out Stock Market Mentor. That's where I live every day. Hopefully you come over there for a visit. First 30 days on me, baby.